I didn't make a Karen. Ryozo did. This is a random character. You're gonna make sure you get a 2-minute ban, bro, to keep us out of the top 4? Dude, that'd be so bad. That'd be really fun. It'd be so funny if we actually didn't qualify. We just got, like, removed. What if everyone's just practicing Banbaro? Have you even done Banbaro? Probably should do a Banbaro once. I solo A ranked a Banbaro. Does that count? After getting like anused 6 times in a row. Am I bow or hammer? There's I think also for Banbaro, there's a number of valid choices. I'm pretty good at bow. I'm also good at hammer. Could really do either. I don't know. We got to really approach it and think about it. Shotzi, I'm not going to anus you. What? Someone advice me a good Iceborne Charge Blade guide. Has Rainy made one? I don't know if Rainy made one. All I can tell you is that Elemental Savage Axe Charge Blade has a self-scaling motion value for its Charge Blade like elemental damage procs during the Savage Axe mode, and I find that really interesting. Hello, Mecha. Portable 3rd era Shepard would have made one. Well, the interesting thing about Charge Blade is they have made it less good in terms of like straight up SAED spam. So I like that. That's interesting. The worst 3U era mistake I made was when I made a guide with bow, but I forgot I had a Evade extender on. Did I make the new sound yet? No. I was busy today. I had to get a haircut and everything. I spent like an hour trying to make liver taste good, and then I ate it, and I'm like, I don't like liver. And I will never eat it again. I had to go grocery shopping. Spam level 2 charges. It wasn't try era. It was like portable 3rd. Buy liver worst? I'm not going to make that again. My wife liked it. She didn't like it. She ate it. But I won't make it again. You have to go out of your way to get it. You have to go to the frozen section. I'm sure it's very nutritious, but like, I was only able to eat like 2 or 3 pieces, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. Rather eat eggs. That's where my chicken tendies are. Don't make fun of me. I didn't eat chicken tendies, but I thought about making chicken tendies and eating those instead of finishing my liver. But I finished my liver. I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy who can eat more than tendies. Guys, I might have brain damage. They didn't have fresh liver, Carcius. They only had frozen liver. Chaos palette. I ate the onions. Show it to me, Daddy. Let me take a good look at your long, hard lance. Oh yeah, that insect glaive. Oh, I'd really suck the extract out of you. There is a butcher I could go to next time, Carcius. Maybe I will do that. I buy chicken tendies, frozen chicken tendies at the store. Kazi. Artem, hello. I'll admit it. I'm not buying taquitos because then I'll eat them. That's bad for me. I've been very good, guys. There's nothing that I can air fry that I'd really want to eat. It's not my cheat. How do you know it's my cheat day? Dude, I eat freaking liver and onions. How is that my cheat day? Can I be your owner? I don't think I rated very high on pet. I mean, if I had to be an owner or a pet, guess I'd rather be pet. But, like, I don't want to be naked and in a cage. Like, that's not what I'm into. You said I didn't add it. I'm sorry. I will add it. I'm not ducking it. I didn't lie. Maybe I lied a little bit.
Paulmac77 just resubscribed
thank you.
for 8 months. Shadow Yaya.
Said after stream, I ended up just watching Jorbs and then I went to bed. Dude, I just annihilated that bird. It's like you make the knack review. Oh, I feel like I'm really getting my feet to the fire right now. You're the one I want to poke. Dude, it's gonna be Fatalis. I'll be vindicated. I will not need to play an Act 2. When's Darkwood stream? Dude, that game's way too scary. That game is way too scary to play on stream. It's so scary. I really like it. I'm also a little worried. Maybe I shouldn't be worried. I'm worried about people coming in and spoiling it. But at the same time, like, I look at my Steam friends list and, like, nobody's played that game. So maybe I wouldn't get spoiled. How far did I get in Darkwood? I beat the prologue. I survived the first night. It's definitely scarier than Blair Witch. That's for damn sure. Shroudsy, I want you to know that even if you don't have a job, you're not a loser. You still contribute a lot.
Amakusashiro11 just resubscribed for 2
Amakusashiro.
months. Waiting for the insect glaive speed.
All right.
Love you.
I'll give it to you tomorrow. How does that sound? Even if you're not working, you still make your friends and family's lives much better, Shroudsy. So that way you can never be a loser. Can I Patreon Dead Space playthrough without using the plasma cutter? I actually really like Dead Space. That game's sweet. I might poop myself. Like, for real. Like, for real, poop myself. I never beat it. Wouldn't be the first time. If you were trying to make a new friend and they found out that you pooped yourself, do you think that would, like, be an issue? Having new friends. The Gerts have any negative effects yesterday? Not. They're causing nearly as much distress as this liver is in my stomach. You just give up and move to a new city? I don't mean like pooping in front of them, Seal Shah. I just mean like ever. I seek out people who poop themselves. No, I hit the head. This might be a good weapon just for like inflicting blast. Let's go. Why won't you blow up? I've hit you so many times. God damn. I'm actually going to have to sharpen this one. So I did do squats today, Basil Boy, and I will say, while there was no chart, at one point on my 4th set, I was like, uh-oh. That's... I don't like that feeling at all. But I was safe, so... Ken Smee, hello. What if we could find a way to keep Jagras from running? Did you put the Rajang Mauled on the store yet? No. Guys, it's so angry. I'm worried I hurt somebody's feelings.
You're both old and you're mouthing. You talk about paint. You put an uncensored patch over an anime card game. Are you not a creepy old man?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! How do you speedrun milestone of the campaign? You try to do a little bit better job at keeping Jagras running than that. You gotta go fast, man. Probably done a couple hundred of these runs. You just basically only do the assigned quests. You don't do anything else. I mean, I'm comparing these splits to Hunting Horn. Because I don't, for some reason, I don't have splits for like Lance DLC. I don't know where the hell those went. Maybe I never did them. I don't know. It's alright. It'll be fun to come back from them. Hunting Horn is actually relatively decent early on too. You gotta use Defender gear or is that banned? It just changes the category to DLC. Have you seen what Arcus does? He does a stream and speedruns 10 NES games in a row. That's really cool. I think that's a really cool way to do that. Also cute cats. I do like his cats. I'm better? I mean, I only play one game, to be fair. The Arcus. What do I think about tentacles in your anime? If there's a tentacle, it's probably a booby anime. I mean, has there ever been a tentacle in an anime that wasn't trying to reach for some girl somewhere? Nope. There's never just a tentacle with a top hat that's like running a city. Clutch Claw counter with Lance is really fun. I like never use it. Assassination Classroom? Ah, fair enough. Assassination Classroom has some booby? Well, there you go. There you go. Case closed. Is this our time to share our fetishes, Mechazilla? The hell? I'm not kink shaming you. Good, thank you. Thank you.
Show it to me, Daddy. Let me take a good look at your long, hard lance. Oh yeah, that insect glaive. Oh, I'd really suck the extract out of you.
90% of anime has some booby? I feel like there needs to be like a research paper written. Because I would like to hear the results of that. I don't think so. Depends what you're looking for. Here's the thing. All the cool sports anime leave Crunchyroll because people aren't watching them. And all that moe booby crap sticks around. Makes me very mauled. I want more sports anime. Can you become a booby streamer? No! How weird would that be? Some creepy old mid-30s dude playing booby games. Hey, you guys see those anime boobies? Let's look at more anime boobies together. Like, I don't want that. I want to be that guy. I want to be that way. Like, I get asked at family reunions, so what do? I stream booby games for guys on the internet. Not too out of the ordinary for Twitch.
And you're mouthing, and you talk about taint.
No!
You put an uncensored patch over an anime card game. Are you not a creepy old man?
I'm not doing it. It's an untapped market. You're all welcome to take it if you want. Play anime dick games instead. Now you're talking. How many Senran Kagura games have you played? At least 2. Maybe more. I don't know. I don't keep track of them. What do you mean? It's not like I went out of my way on my own free time to load up and boot those games. Like, time to turn off the lights, close the shades, and play some Senran Kagura. They are great, though. Look, I'm not judging. If that's what you're into, great. All right? I applaud you. Besides Haikyuu, which sports animes are your favorites? Hajime no Ippo is really good. Baby Steps is a surprisingly good one. I feel like that's so fast, like I may as well do it again. I don't know, maybe not. Oh, there it is. No, come. You didn't even drop a pod. Dude, he just went from 0 to running, like, immediately. He's like, I'm out of here. Kaijo is the butt battling anime, and I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not watching butt battle anime. Got nothing against butts. I think butts are great. But I'm not breaking my convictions. Sounds like you already have. I haven't. Somebody said that the Haikyuu movies were actually pretty decent. If you don't want to watch all the seasons again, I'm gonna have to watch them at some point, maybe this weekend. Watch High School DxD. No, it's a booby anime. I like the seasons too, though, Bowser Boy. I really prefer the pacing for like actual seasoned anime. I like all the cliffhangers that they jam in there. Watch Violent Evergarden? Is that mystery one? I think I did. Like quasi-mystery one, I guess. No, I don't know. I watch Boku Hero Academia or whatever it is. I watch IQ. It's pretty much all I'm really watching this season, to be completely honest with you guys. Steins Gate? Dude, I've been meaning to watch Steins Gate.
_MH just resubscribed for 2 months.
Soon, hello. God damn it. I hate it. I hate it so much. Let's try it again. So between the video games and between the anime, and I'm assuming there's probably a manga, which Steins Gates do you watch? Or how do you consume Steins Gate? Oh, he's ready. We don't know. Visual novels is correct. Okay. I mean, I like visual novels. I mean, at least I really like the Nonary trilogy. That was really good. How am I doing? I'm doing all right, hero. I had an interesting dinner, which I'll probably not repeat, but I'm glad I tried it. Anjanov didn't even show up. Well, Crescentine just got Iceborne Pro Cal. Maybe I suck at cooking liver. I'm pretty sure I cooked it fine. I just don't like it. You felt sad about your exam? I know you were having a little bit of anxiety about it. Studied for my exam, failed it, got home and played Monster Hunter? Eh. It happens. Oh, does that mean you get like extra time, hero? That's good. I mean, when you think about it, like that should be an option for most people. Like I get it, like, you know, you need to have time in general, but like if people need extra time for an exam, like they should be able to get it. I also don't really understand like why people can't have like open notes or open book on virtually every exam, because like in essentially every situation in your working life, you will always have access to either a book or a computer. Like always. It's very confusing to me. Like if you got an open book and you got like a computer and like you fail it, all right, we're pretty sure you really don't get it. But like, what if you don't have a good memory? You know, what if you're really bad at memorizing names? Like, I don't know. Like, take my poor wife, for instance. She wanted to take a class with me in college, and the only thing that lined up was, like, Chinese history. She got, like, brutalized in that class. She couldn't remember those names. I do an open note book final for my class. You're one of the good ones, Ginkomo. For sure. You're one of the good ones. Like, yeah, like the calculator thing, Omnitoad. Like, seriously? Like, when are you not? You're with a calculator more in your life now than you are without a calculator. And if you forgot your calculator, literally everyone else has calculators. So I don't know enough about modern calculators and their functions, Agent Pig McPig, and what they could do for you in a math class that would make it trivial. My only argument there would be like, write questions in a way that would have to demonstrate that the student would be able to figure it out on their own. You write those questions? I mean, look, guys. I don't want to overstate my function of a teacher of English in China, all right? We aren't talking like the biggest brain, you know, maximum potential, like inspirational story here. I did my best, but I was 21 years old. I had no educational training, and the school didn't really seem to care at all what I did. So the first semester, like, they didn't want us to use any books. They said, we don't like books. Don't use books. Just do whatever you want. All right. Second semester, they're like, well, there wasn't enough structure to the classes. So this time you're going to use the book. We use the books and then everyone complained about the book. Yeah, really, I couldn't win. My main goal, because they are already like taught grammar and stuff by the time I got them, was just to help them like practice their English, improve their pronunciation, get more comfortable with a native English speaker. Because like that's the only thing uniquely I could do for them. You know, if they were coming to my class and they didn't know how to speak, like I wasn't going to be able to teach them that. Couldn't speak Chinese nearly well enough. You're sadistic with your exams, Mechazilla? Why? What age range was I teaching? I was teaching primarily college postgraduates. So, 21 plus. But I had some classes of actual undergraduates, like honors English classes. Couple, not a lot, but I had some. Yeah, it was all in the college though. It's at the Zhejiang University of Technology. If I want any native Chinese speaker here to throw up in their mouth, the Zhejiang Gangye Dashue. Give us a practice lesson? Dude, it's been like 13 years. It's been 13 years. Like, normally I would like pick a topic on something like travel or health. Some light politics, not like heavy, like anything intense, but like, you know, things that might come up in conversation, and then we would come up with some words and we'd practice those in a conversation and stuff like that. Tell us about contractions. I'm going to impregnate you with my man baby, and then you'll experience rectal contractions. How about that, Sealsha? How about those types of contractions? It sounds amazing. Paul Mac, the phrase eat ass was not used commonly 13 years ago. I don't want to sound old. That is a relatively recent phrase. I could say I probably first started hearing it, you know, in the comment, rather than like eat my shorts or kiss my butt. The literal phrase eat ass has only been maybe like 5 years. I sense on, again, like this was at a college, like a semi-professional environment. Like this wasn't like me hanging out in an alley teaching them like, you know, evil English lessons. Like I was hired by a college. Troudsy, just there's something about the phrase eat my ass I feel like back then was maybe metaphorical, whereas nowadays it feels literal. How about the phrase check out the time zone under my nuts? I wasn't too mean, was I? I got really nervous. I felt really bad last night. Some top tier molding yesterday. We like it when you're mean. It's a new level of moldness. You were scared yesterday. You said to keep it down because you thought I was going to wake Chewie up. Zenith moldness? I actually really like that. We're just gonna do this so we don't bounce. Oh, here comes... Here comes Diablos. Almost definitely. Whatever. Best part about Lance. Just keep attacking. Guys, this does make the Barroth a lot easier. Like the head's clearly still like a really bad hit zone. But at least you don't bounce. Good time save. Really good time save. Does Lance still have the split damage type based on hit zone resistance? I want to emphasize that that feature of the Lance was never significant. Outside of maybe Frontier. You think we need a Legambi variant for the Wildspire Waste? I like Legambi. I think Legambi's a cool fight. You think I'm a cool streamer? Thank you, Hero. I think you're cool too. Yeah, so in Tri-Toad, I think the only one I could think of that actually mattered was Goebel's back. Like... Well, I think it's because it got buffed, Nefudis. What are you more afraid of, Kinkomo? Spiders or monkeys? Oh, I thought you said the spider monkey. Can my Patreon be to do the calculations for every hit zone for the Lance thing? So, you could do it pretty easily. In fact, I did it on one of the podcasts. Like, there's a break point between how weak the impact hit zone has to be and how weak the cutting hit zone has to be. I think it has to be 70% difference, so the blunt hit zone has to be 30% weaker than the cutting hit zone. I think it was like 1545 for the Goebel's back or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe it wasn't even that significant. What do you think the two monsters that Capcom will reveal are? Do calculations and proof if it still exists? I've got the hit zone charts. You won't? I mean, on every hit zone or just like one hit zone? Brush with insanity. If you want to do something, and it's not going to hurt anyone, and it's something you want to do, why not just do it? Can I do me? Well, I'm almost positive it wouldn't hurt me. Why do they call you Goblin Man? I have no idea. Okay, alright. Just because I'm on the Goblin server in Final Fantasy XIV does not mean I'm a Goblin. Just happened to be where my friends were.
Jalbagel just resubscribed for
Thank
7
you, Jalbagel.
months.
I used to play 14. I never even beat the main campaign. Jalbagel, I'm about to, like, if I do enough practice, I'm going to be able to get a run under 4.5 hours. What do you think about that? I've been very close to beating 4.5 hours with other weapons. $425 is the console record? Dude, I could totally beat that. I could definitely beat that. You can't do it because you're too old? You can't seem to get up Colossal anymore? Why? Just do it. No. Oh, god damn it. I hate this monster. I hate everything this monster stands for. I can't do my cool things without stamina.
Iridium_Knight just resubscribed for 12 months. 12 months.
That's not
Steady
good.
diet heroes for the boss and food fun. P.S. Suck my irradiated nuts.
Thank you. Dude, that was a little spooky. Probably gonna go to Fogo. Probably gonna do some stuff in Chinatown and go to Fogo the next day. Probably. I'm not gonna dress up like a luchador. What? You gone mauled? I'm not. Fogo is like kind of a fancy place. I'm not gonna wear the nut suit. Oh, you mean to the championship? Hey, what's with the nut suit? He asked me that on stream. In my Twitch DMs. I'll bring the nut suit to Japan with me. I'm okay with that. Did you tell him what bet you lost? No, I don't think so. I think it was better for me just to say I lost a bet. I don't want it to seem like I'm begging for him to release Fatalis in April. I don't want him to think I'm desperate or anything. Not a coward. It's the opposite of a coward. What do you mean? I'm not desperate. It's gonna happen. What else could it be? Fan favorite returning monster. You can't live stream in the Monster Hunter restaurant. They won't let you stream there. Why would it be Alatreon? Alatreon should be released after Fatalis. Doesn't make any sense. Does that Monster Hunter restaurant serve well done steaks? I got meat from there. It was okay. Trying to get that tail there. That's a little awkward. I'm worried he's gonna die. I did dunk him. I did dunk him with my nuts. That never happened, Rex. I once rage quit a run because I missed a great sword charge. That happened. But like Toby was like never a wall. Yeah, he was hard sometimes. Not molding. I do remember when I whiffed the Dragonair. Good night, Mechazilla. Are you going to sleep that early? Did I really miss it twice? No way. No, the great sword charge I missed was definitely against Toby. I agree with that. I'm not disputing that. Goblin Slayer Banbaro? What are you trying to say? I can't. Chudzy, when I stream now on PC, I don't have Discord open. I don't have Chrome open. The only apps that open on my computer are Monster Hunter and OBS. What skincare routine do you use for your 5-head? I stay out of all natural sunlight. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not a toxic streamer. I have a 3-monitor setup. 5-monitor setup. That sounds a little excessive. Perfect. This is like mildly awkward. Goddamn. Do it.
Cygnus X just resubscribed for 16 months.
Cygnus,
Hello, Shep.
thank you.
Long time no see.
It's been a minute. How have you been? I'm assuming you've been playing Monster Hunter. But maybe not. I don't know. God, I feel like I just gotta poke this thing forever. There we go. Well, you can appreciate him going there. Pretty good time save relative to Hunting Horn. I don't... Yes, I think Waluigi should be added to Monster Hunter World. Why not? We have all those other anime characters. Yeah, 4 minutes ahead's not terrible. Might be able to get it down to 125. All said and done. Got our 2 pelts, got our scale, which is guaranteed drop. How did you increase hunt times in Iceborne when you're soloing stuff? Volcana actually is a very difficult fight. So 30 minutes is normal. The main thing is all those Master Rake monsters, for the most part, have really bad hit zones. They really want you to make full advantage of tenderizing. So, you know, bringing Rocksteady and Temporal is great for tenderizing, and then when you're done tenderizing, if the monster's not enraged, you should take advantage of the flinch shots. So, tenderize the part you want to hit. Jump onto the head, use the circle or claw attack to spin them around. Use a pod, flinch shot them into the wall, and hit them. You can do that twice before they get enraged. It's a lot of damage. That's like the short answer. I mean, the long answer is, you know, building good armor sets is easier and harder in that game. I mean, armor sets later on are actually really, really good. But early on, it's a little bit harder to put together a functional set when you're used to, like, insanely powerful stuff. All right. We're going to press that cheddar button. I'll try and use the bathroom. I drank a lot of water. .425. World record. I feel like we could probably beat that with hammer. We were so close. We were almost sub 430. I don't know if we had good Anjanath RNG that time. The best Anjanath RNG is when he shows up for Pulu. That's disgusting. Lord Urk, I don't even really like feel like playing PC until I get my mods. Call me whatever you will, but I'm just gonna do speed runs until all the mods I want to use are updated. Who has 425? It's probably Moss. I would assume it's Moss. You're at endgame on PC? I'm probably what you would consider post endgame, but yeah. It's like, if I'm going to play casually, Leona, like, I want to find ways to make the game fun for me. Like the blood mod, the easy tenderize mod, the restored weakness exploit mod, make acidic lavinus not look like anus. Like, those are all mods like I want. I tried it, Sadie, and I think the mod that I was using that I want to use has to be manually updated by the mod owner. So until he does that, yeah, Stracker's works, but the mod I want doesn't. That bird wants to start some crap. That bird really wants to start. No. Clutch Claw mod has been updated too. I mean, like I said, like that's just like a small part of it. Like I'm used to the mods that I want to have. Now that I can't use them, like I don't really want to play it. I'll wait for them to get updated. It just makes the game, like, a lot more fun for me. Well, as soon as the blood mod is updated, I'll be back on grinding with everyone else. That's the one I want. It's not even a lot of blood. It's like a teeny tiny little, like, burst of blood. It just, the feedback is so much better when you have it. Yeah, I mean, Klim Guru, I mean, they should make it so every weapon can one-hit tenderize or two-hit while getting pods. That should just be like for every weapon in the game. Would you use a Mortal Kombat blood mod? I mean, I don't want it to be insane. I just want it to be like, you know, normal amount. Would you use Nergigante Dong mod? I don't think I'm allowed to stream Nergigante Dong mods. No. Yeah, I mean, you should be able to tenderize a part, and then every part that can be tenderized should also be broken, and when it's broken, it should be permanently tenderized. I mean, we're not talking about rocket science here. You know, give people a reason to maybe run Part Breaker. That'd be neat. Would you use Pokemon mod? I looked at it. I was actually thinking about streaming the Pokemon mod for a day, believe it or not. I was like, oh, that'd be neat. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, if you... Yeah, Leona, yeah, if you turn on the, I'm an adult flag on Mod Nexus... Yeah, no. Oh. There should be, like, a split between, like, I want to see, like, PG-13 content, and I want to see content that should not be on the Mod Nexus. Like, what is it? Like, who's even running that mod? Is there a mod to turn the handler into a serious handler? There is a mod that makes it so when her face shows up in the corner, it's the serious handler. There's also another mod that changes it to something else very different, but... I'm not using that mod. I'm not using that mod. Look, we've gone almost a year and a half without getting banned. I'd like to go another year and a half without getting banned. That's my one goal. I don't want to be going to, like, you know, partner negotiations and be like, oh, we can see here you've been banned several times for using dong mods. You want to tell us how that happened? I'm not streaming dong mods, Lorder. I'm not. I don't need dong mods for my personal use either. So there's like, they've got like guidelines around nude content, Fred Freckles. The idea is you shouldn't be like lingering on nude content for longer than you need to. What? Yours worked and mine didn't, Carrot? Now I'm mad. I'll work on it again tomorrow. A-Ready, I'm pretty sure that they've been updated. People are creative? I mean, give people the ability to do 3D models and unlimited depravity and creativity, and there you go. So much Mash LiDAR. We haven't even gotten 8 Zora scales. That's weird. Huh. 6. We'll probably do some mining. Really bad RNG on this. I mean, this doesn't really matter anymore, but this, I kind of need 8 of those. Is there any benefit to breaking cores? You might get some shinies, but it's really not worth it. I don't even think you get part break rewards, Brian. I think it's just shinies. The only part break rewards you get are for the beard in the chest. We're gonna get some mining in. Alright, we got 1. That makes me feel a little bit better. Means I have to get 1 on. I like how so many people come into the stream like, is this illegal? I wish it were illegal. I wish there were more video game related crimes I could commit. Or like I'd be like running from the law. Why do we follow Zorobangros in the first place? He's like leaving his droppings all over the place. We're trying to capture him to figure it out. Oh. I bullied Dodo. It's gonna happen again. It's not over yet. I just love seeing chat's pained expressions. Fox and Socks, that sounds about right. I don't actually pay attention to the story anymore. I mean, they're talking, but I'm not listening. Defender Armor is basically considered DLC, tech guy. I am not an evil soy goblin. It's true if you don't deny it. Yeah, I'm a Brat sub. What about it? Zora has not been in any other games. He is a game and hopefully series exclusive. Hopefully we never have to see him again. Ready, soy gnomes. Soy gnome is a great insult. It's pretty inspired. Bring back Jen Moran? He's actually one of the few decent ones, right? Has it been an airship siege fight in the history of Monster Hunter? Yeah, on Frontier. That's something I could think of where you're actually flying. Can't really think of any other ones. I mean, you have a ship, of course, in Try and 4 Ultimate, but that's in Sand. Speaking of, the Monster Hunter movie's coming out this year, right? I am not a sky whale. That is true. You fight Gore on the ship in 4, but then that's like in water, right? Written and directed by the same dude who made the Resident Evil movies and starring his wife, who also starred in the other Resident Evil movies. There's Boat Seregios too. I don't remember that one. I believe you, but I don't remember it. Oh, it was one of the episodic quests? Oh. Then I probably never did it. Yeah, 4 Ultimate had a lot of content. Nobody laugh at me, please. Why aren't you able to just jump off of that? That's such crap. You can't lance charge off of Camp 1 here. And it makes the most pitiful ding noise. Oops, I missed it. Rate minions in order of potential tastiness? Are we counting, like, popos and stuff? I mean, from the non-clearly, I'm gonna eat you monsters, I think Kestodon are at the height of the list. I think Shamos are pretty high up there, too. Gajiao's, I mean, of course, catfish is probably good. I think moss swine would be, like, fall directly into the category of stuff that you're obviously meant to eat. Same thing with, like, garguas and stuff like that. Bone legs and bathhouse layered is delightful, Leona. Garguas probably are a little bit more like turkey. If I had to eat one, I think I'd want to eat a Gajalaka. Yeah, definitely Gajalaka. Everybody wants to eat the Gajalaka. It's not even that strange to suggest it. Everyone's into it. Let's see if we can make a Baroth helm. Don't know if that'll actually be helpful at all, but figured, why not? Any tips at getting better on the charge blade? Now's not really the time, my brother. We were just talking about earlier if Rainy had made one. A guide, that is. Any tips at getting better on Lance? Get used to doing the button input for Power Guard very quickly. I mean, Charge Blade, like, the first biggest thing you can do is just make sure you're using the right armor skills. You know? Like, you got Focus 3? Do you have Artillery or Element up? Do you have 1 and or 3 points of guard? Do you have the magazine deco? I mean, there's a lot of things you can be doing that could be sabotaging yourself if you're not doing them. How's the run so far? It's pretty good. We lost a little bit of time on Great Jagras because he decided to waddle away, but outside of that, I'm pretty happy with each fight.
Oh, it's my birthday. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Pay me. Ugh. Sprinkle all that cheddar over my chest and eat it. Yeah.
Hurricane is very good. What is the best weapon to speedrun? Like, which one's the fastest? Or which one's the most enjoyable? Which one's the most consistent? A lot of different questions there, and you gotta be a lot more specific than that. The fastest? Charge Blade. Hammer. Both really good. Whatcha? Actually didn't really want that. I was, like, counting on him, like, waddling towards me. Seriously? Stop. What Rajan gear do I recommend? That's pretty okay. You do not get the parts back when you destroy the trap, no, but it lets you put it down again, which... Put another one down. Did you drop frames there, or was that the game? I have dropped no frames this stream. Could be you. If I could drop Pantsu for you, Albino, I would. Brian, it probably depends on the monster and how badly you need to keep your tenderize up. For me, in this run, I feel like I could stay so close and bully the monsters so hard that unless I feel like I want to extend the tenderize, I'm not really bothering to clutch claw at all. Because like with Lance, like you should have almost constant uptime anyways. You don't really need like, you don't have any attacks that require a ton of commitment. Like yeah, granted, like you could force out another like charge combo extender, but it's really not that much better than just continue to poking at something, you know? We talking about that guy that came in who said he played Lance and he was playing with people with longsword and he didn't want to like put in a point of flinch free? I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's certain weapons like either you learn to play around having flinch free or not having it, or you just use the flinch free. Lance is definitely one of those weapons where you want to use flinch free. No super armor. I mean, look, I get it. Lance for sure is like a very armor skill heavy weapon. You need flinch free. You probably need some handicraft. You want like 3 or 5 points of guard. I get it. Yeah, it could have been sword and shield. Could have been hammer. You know. Is there handicraft flinch? I don't think so. No. I mean, ultimately, that's the one thing that I never understood. Like, people who complain about multiplayer. Like, if you don't like about what you're seeing in multiplayer, either find friends to play with, find people who you're going to play with who at least probably, like, have a dialogue with you and listen, or just play solo. Especially in this game with solo scaling, like, a lot of times it's easier playing solo. Is there a place in your Discord where you post your favorite builds, like for Lance? Yeah, if you linked your Twitch and your Discord, I have a build section. I'm pretty sure I made a Lance build. I can make another one with Guild Palace if you want. I don't know. I think my take on that guy was he was just trolling. Like, I accept that it's possible, like, somebody like that could exist, but I don't know. I don't know. It's actually probably one of the cleanest Radabans I've done on the majority of my most recent speedruns. That was actually really fast. I'm into it. I mean, look, in previous games, you would get like massively flinched by longsword, and there was nothing you could do about it outside of playing a different weapon or hoping that the longsword player would play better. And in those games, like, you know, I'm thinking like try first and foremost in my head. It's like, all right, you got a little bit more of an excuse to gripe. But I don't know. It's just like in World, like you got flinch free. Hell, you could run flinch free 3 if you really wanted. You don't want to be like disturbed at all, but seems like a weird thing to obsess over. What the hell? Oops. The wrong button. Last second. Thanks, game. French free. You know, flinch free. Give me a moment, guys. Certainly, if there were a world championship, it would probably be French free, given their standing at their championship. French fry free since 2019. That is accurate. Do I feel sorry for Dodo? You will. I mean, I have different sets. I've got solo Lance and Sword and Shield sets, and then I've got multiplayer sets. You've got 240 sets. Like, you can have one where you've got flinch free, and you've got one where you don't. Her skin looks like boiled hot dogs. I agree, it looks pretty tasty to me too. She's definitely got a little bit of weathering going on. Yeah, I mean, fortunately for Lance, Toad, it's not like you really build many elemental lances because of how much element is nerfed. I still think the Silverlos Lance is worth it, though, especially like on Namiel. Half Breath, that is a noble sacrifice of yours, but I think you'll find most people don't really sweat it that much, you know? As long as you aren't triple carding, I don't think most people really care. I sweat, alright, I sweat on Safi because I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it any longer than I need to. Alright? I do it. If you want to come into some Safi lobby and like bury your face in someone else's ass and just like wait leisurely until the quest is over, that's great. Alright? But I get really bored if we're just like two questing it. I want to get it done in once. It's a lot of fun that way too. I stand by my comment, Angry Kimchi. Well, I'll tell you this. I've had many people tell me after the fact that I had the best Safi room that they found. That's all I'm going to say. The results speak for themselves. Is there a tank roll for Safi? Kind of, sort of. If you play Hammer, you could, like, try and take aggro. I don't care what weapon you... Well, hold on. 98% of people's choices, you'll be fine. Just like, don't leave the gathering hall. And don't keep me waiting. If I'm taking my time, that's fine. That's streamer privilege. But you gotta be on it. I said 95%. You goddamn know what I meant when I said Pierce Light Bowgun's actually really bad, unless you're being Elemental Light Bowgun. The only thing toxic, Leona, is like the rotten coronavirus fused brains the people who have sticky ammo builds have. I'm not toxic. Look, they can be wherever they want. All right? As long as it's not my lobby. There's that clip from yesterday. Why does everyone want to see that clip? Look, I'm one of... I have to be in like the top... Probably at this point, 3 or 2% of kindest Twitch streamers. Scream at us more. My wife's home. I don't want to upset her. Top 4 hours streamer.
When I get bullied, it's called release the beast because you don't understand.
You're both old and you're molding and you talk about taint. You put an uncensored patch over an anime card game. Are you not a creepy old man?
I don't know what the hell's going on with that Legiana. That was really weird. That was a good fight. Do you find double hopping preferable to the jump poke? If I'm already in power guard, I'll jump poke. Otherwise, I got a double hop. Is it better than dive thrust? Do you guys even play this weapon? Shepard, allow me to indulge you with my insight. You could shield advance, you could charge, you could double poke. I was thinking the same thing, like, charge might be okay. I don't know about shield advance. Tri is a great weapon. Tri had a great lance. In fact, lance has not been as good in Monster Hunter until Monster Hunter World compared to Tri. Definitely. But it's good now. Oh, I mean, yes. I mean, the damage values were insane in Generations, but you still couldn't counter on your third poke. Although then again, I guess you had a million other defensive options, so does it really matter? You prefer Lance over Gun Lance? I like all of the weapons. I mean, right now, I guess I kind of like the Lance a little bit better than Gun Lance, but that's only because Gun Lance is so goddamn cumbersome in Iceborne. It's ridiculous. Whereas Lance still feels a lot of fun. I mean, Gun Lance is cumbersome, but you don't have like a grocery list in like 3 Ultimate, you know? Like in World, like in Iceborne, you've got a grocery list. In 3 Ultimate, it's just like, oh, you just shell if you want. Yeah, the new pod mine. Now you've got grocery lists. You gotta load your thing, you gotta stick your thing in. Auto guard gun lance was really cool. I'll stand by that. You just want to see my lance. Well, I definitely have played it over the last couple days, so. That's technically not the head, that's the arm. Cool.
Show it to me, Daddy. Let me take a good look at your long, hard lance.
Oops.
Oh yeah, that insect glaive. Oh, I'd really suck the extract out of you.
Not.
Hey.
Not.
That was really damn cool.
Not.
That was amazing. That was so fancy. Good times on Lance. Yeah, the hunting horn didn't have attack up large, so it really falls behind. Alright, use the bathroom again. Be right back. It's a good time for you to use the bathroom too. This is the longest cutscene in the game.
Not.
リトメ R ガザルベムートテタイラオスリースムートテイスアユルフクゼホースラトゥデミリトメデダドトエケラです。ラクスデミータガネメソニツマハシクヒケノルベシラスーニ一時派がベテグナにえいキッリラーに記事そうだ
I'm saying my hunter looks like an alien. That's Ryozo who designed this character. Should I augment a Rajang bow? I mean, you would use the Rajang bow as like a raw bow, which is kind of a weird thing to do in the first place. You know? I'd say affinity. Maybe 2 affinities and I guess you can only do 2 affinities, right? You can't do affinity and attack, can you? Oh, yes, you can. You do affinity attack, or 2 affinities. I think affinity attack would probably be min-max, but I don't know. I really don't know how it spaces out. You might want the affinity so you could fit more, like, force shot and spread shot on it, right? I don't think either is really a bad choice. Yeah, it's just the Rajang bow, you build it for raw bow. Presumably you don't even, I guess, I don't even know what armor set you would use. Use 2-piece Namiel on that? I guess you probably could. You don't really lose much. Isn't the Safi Shadow Bow better for raw? Safi out on PC yet? Excuse me, streamer. Seem to have found a fatal flaw in your weapon recommendations. Really know what the hit zone of Rathalos's head is. I'm assuming it's probably like 50. But I don't really know. I don't really know what it is off the top of my head. And I remember Robbo being kind of okay on Ruiner. But he's got really butt element zones anyways. I mean, here's the thing. Everyone out there saying Robbo is bad. Robbo is bad compared to what? Elemental bow? Alright, we get it. How's Robbo compared to virtually every other weapon? It's probably okay. Why did they change bows melee in world anyways? So you can mount stuff. It just really depends on the elemental value on the monster, you know? What is Silverlist's elemental weakness? I mean, water only because you keep using it on the face, right? Is Rajang's faster weapons like dual blades or sword and shield good compared to other raw weapons if I don't have Master's Touch or Handicraft? If you don't have Master's Touch or Handicraft, Rajang weapons are bad. They only have blue sharpness. If they're not immune to Dragon Unlucky, they probably only take like 5%, 10% at most. May as well be immune. I like this guy's little voice. Little goblin guy. Are there any weapons with 3 slots? You gotta use augments to get 3 slots. Almost didn't have enough Monster Bone L's. That's spooky. Whoa. All turned around. I could use your crit draw bow build with Rajang bow. It would actually probably be an upgrade. In fact, it would almost definitely be an upgrade. Oh, I didn't think to pick up the easy flash bombs. Well, I shouldn't need them. Did Monster Hunter 1 have flashes? It did. They weren't as good as the flashes in this game. Okay. Pretty good. Yeah, it's gonna be like 11. Yes, Tempered Rajang is in level 7 area. My nuts also bald. What the hell, man? Your nuts are bald. It's Noxella time!
No, no, no. It's lightning round time.
Yeah! It's really the perfect sound clip for that moment. It really is. How come there's no 2-player content for Monster Hunter? The game has scaling for 1, 2, or 4 players now. There's also all the arena quests, which are also 2 players. So it exists. No 2-player speedruns? I've done them. They're terrible. You don't want to see them. I don't know anybody that can play with me that can keep up. So. Did I get a haircut? Yeah. Just the sides. I didn't really take any much off the top. Oh. You bamboozled me. That really sucks. Omnitoad's probably the only person I would really want to, like, actually commit to doing, like, a real 2-player speedrun with. So he would actually take it seriously. Uh-oh. What happened to Daystream? I had like errands and stuff to run, and I was trying to get mods to work, and they weren't really working. I'm like, I'm not gonna stream. So I didn't. Nice. I'd say that was pretty solid. What's my worst habit? I don't know. I've been working really hard for a while to try and fix a lot of my bad habits. Molding. Can't seem to stop that habit. Always molding. I focus more on trying to build good habits and then sticking with them. It's a really good thing to get into if you don't do it already. Oh, I wouldn't call drinking a habit. I'm like a full-on alcoholic, so I don't drink alcohol anymore. Although I will when I go to Japan, but then I'll have to stop when I come back to this country. I did buy more yogurt, Monstropolis, but it was for my wife. Did you regret the yogurt? I would never regret yogurt. She got really excited when I told her I bought her yogurt. She's like, was it strawberry or was it raspberry? I'm like, no, it's peach. They didn't have raspberry. She was still happy with peach, but she would have been happier if it were raspberry yogurt. No, stop it. Oh, hold on. I forgot something. Let's go ahead and make it now. Well, you know what? Oh, we can't. Hey, dude. You probably want to check the rules there. I'm trying to smash this guy. You did it before I did. Too kind. Too kind, Fume. You can't drink for a number of reasons? What's the number one reason? Medicine, age, and weight? What if I took you to a country with me where you were of the legal drinking age, and then we worked on a mind-body exercises to get you into a fighting shape to drink, and then we just chose not to drink? Your drinking got out of hand? Yeah. Yeah, it could be really bad, man. It'd be really bad. I mean, I never had, like, major consequences, but, like, you don't... Ideally, you don't wait for things to get really bad. Probably the worst consequence for drinking is you get fat. You know what I mean? Like, it's so easy to get fat when you drink, because it's, like... Usually when you're drinking, especially drinking a lot, like, nobody's ever, like, had just a salad and a beer. You know? It's, like... chicken wings, and pizza, crap like that. Yes. Southern Comfort Stream and my nipple were there forever. It's a reminder. Although, to be fair, I think I got the best arena times of my life during that stream. Although I can't quite remember. Yeah, I believe it. Chumbania. Yep. You eat pizza every day and you're skinny, you are going to get diabetes. No, not on this. On Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. No, it will happen. I just watched a YouTube thing today. Weird food habits about the guy that ate pizza for every single meal. He ended up finding out he was allergic to cheese. And then they trolled him so hard. Like, they try to, like, get him off all the pizza, and then, like, the final test was he had to sit in an Italian restaurant and eat a normal meal. His asshole brother next to him ordered the margarita pizza and ate it right in front of him. Poor guy. But he was like legit allergic to cheese. So, like, he was, like, dying from the cheese, so he had to stop eating it. I'm not suggesting anyone to eat, like, salad and soy like me all the time, but the food we eat definitely will affect us in a lot of ways. Everyone should eat salad? Look, I agree. Everybody should find some way of incorporating some vegetables into their diet. Why not stick to eating pizza without cheese on top? Farley, I literally said the same thing. I'm like, well, why can't he just get a pizza without the cheese? You know, load that thing up with some pepperonis. Or something. It's probably good. Imagine being addicted to pizza. I mean, look, guys. If you had to get addicted to one food and there was zero health consequences, you could do a lot worse than pizza. I mean, does American cheese even have like anything resembling normal cheese in it? Would it have any health consequences? God damn it, no! This guy's moving fast. I saw something about our American food saturated with sugar. I'm just gonna say, I think it was either the 70s or the 80s, everybody got afraid of having fat in food, and so we took all of the fat out of our food, and then it tasted like crap. And then they replaced all of the fat with sugar. The long answer to your question is yes. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's part of the reason why our country's so obese. People just keep eating sugar. Like, some three-head nutritionist out there is like, if we eat fat, we must become fat. Ignoring like basic metabolic symptoms that, such as like literally everything that happens as soon as we put like refined carbohydrates in our mouth. How different can American processed garbage be from a European processed garbage? Oh, I mean, there's plenty of horrible European food you could eat. Like, if you had to get, like, massively fat, like, let's say, like, you had to eat one food to, like, mash down your gaping maw to, like... Let's say it was Christian Bale. And Christian Bale had to do the opposite of the machinist, and he had to go from, like, 200 pounds to, like, 500 pounds. It's probably, like, croissants. Like, if you just kept mashing croissants down your face, like, I don't think there'd be anything that could get you fatter in the world than that. It's like the perfect combination of like fat and carbohydrate. Plus it's like one of the lowest satiating foods on the planet. So like you could just keep eating it. I got really fat eating croissants. I used to get the croissants from Costco and they were delicious. Oh yeah, and certainly, I mean, there is an issue in the United States, at least, with like meal portions being much larger than what you would normally see. You know, like an American medium is most other countries large and or small. Well, I got that backwards a little bit. You know what I meant. Yeah, you gotta be careful about those croissants. Japanese large is American small. Thank you. Hurt me, Daddy. Oh no, I don't think you could actually break the chest until he gets to the second area. This is kind of unlucky. He's not sitting down. Sometimes he sits down right away, but he's not doing it this time. I don't know why all nutrition labels are based around a 2,000 calorie diet. Yeah, I'm eating on like a much less than 2,000 calorie diet right now. Like I'm going like around 1,500. It's not that bad of a deficit as long as you're eating lots of protein-rich foods. But I'm also a little bit of a manlet, so... You're eating 1,200? As long as you're getting all of your vital nutrients in and drinking lots of water. It's not like you're just gonna, like, starve to death. How tall am I? Like 5'6". Eating at a deficit always sucks. My life is hell. .7 grams of sugar and 100 grams of bread. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, even if it's sugar, refined sugar versus unrefined sugar or whatever, bread is still all just carbohydrates. At the end of the day, it all does the same thing in your system. It's just the sugar's a little bit worse. I mean, it's more carbohydrates, blind janitor. If you get whole milk is a lot better nutritionally for carbohydrates than skim milk. That's all I buy anymore. I only buy whole milk. And I don't really drink it, but it's there. I mean, I don't... It's weird to complain about it, Haste God, because, you know, if you're trying to survive on, like, little to no money, like, 99-cent or lower costs, like, loaves of bread, like, can keep families, like, fed, you know? So, like, it's not like those foods shouldn't exist. Some people need them to survive. It's just if you have a choice, try not to eat it, you know? I don't know. If it were me, Albino, and I'd pick sugar or salt, I would avoid sugar a lot more than I would avoid salt. Your body actually needs, like, some sodium for your muscles to actually, like, work properly. Ironically, things like polished white rice were so nutrient deficient that it actually ended up leading to us getting a fundamental new understanding about vitamins and nutrients. They were feeding some Japanese soldiers like only like white rice, and they were getting Is it Bari Bari? What is that? And like, oh, what is this? It's because they were getting like 0 nutritional value. Basically Japanese scurvy, yeah. Not Doki Doki. It's a good time. The weird thing is, like, there's like a lot of like documentaries and movies and YouTube videos out there like telling people not to eat fast food, which I guess is fair to some extent. They're like, oh, learn to budget better, but it's like, I don't know. Some places just don't have good access to fresh foods. You know, if the only reliable food store for you to go to nearby is like a Dollar General or Dollar Tree, like, what are you gonna do? Yeah, you can get beans and rice, but like, you know, if you don't have access to fresh produce, it's like really difficult, especially like affordable fresh produce. Do you have a vitamin stack, or do you take a multivitamin? I haven't even taken a multivitamin for like a week. I might start taking it like once a week, but every day I take turmeric. Well, technically I take curcumin, fish oil, and what the hell's that other thing? Glucosamine for my joints, my old man joints. Beans would kill you, Pro Cow? Would you fart that loudly? Hello, Elysia. What is the blue claw on monster icon in map? Oh. You have internal issues? I'm sorry to hear that. I love how pumped the A-lister is. Ace Cadet? Whatever the hell he is. Isn't he listed as excitable A-lister, though? Well, I'm just checking on my, there we go. Oh, yeah. Plenty. Plenty of trank bombs. Excellent job, Shepard. Oops. What if I could run all the way there? That's a lot of supplements, Fred Freckles, but you know what? If it works for you, keep doing what you're doing. Hey, Scott, have your friends all start off with a hammer so they learn how to play the game and get used to the thrill of hitting the monster's head and getting KOs. Holy crap, you were getting like migraine-like symptoms every 10 minutes? Jeez. Be a little bit careful, I can die here. As funny as that sounds. Like a pookie pookie. Here comes the lick. This is my first time fighting a pookie pookie. You looking forward to the cart? I know there were people out there like secretly pumping their fist hoping for a cart there. Why power guard regularly into counter? You can completely re-aim your power thrust and it's stronger than the normal counter. Alright, time for one of my favorite parts of the speed run. He's not gonna go for an napkin. Back. Have you tried a no death run yet? I've got a couple of those. Depends if you count the cart on Zora, which is planned. If a Farcaster worked, I would use that. Do you think the lance is a fun weapon? I do. I do think it's a fun weapon. There's a lot of people out there that don't like it. They're like, oh, it's boring. I like it. And we're making up time everywhere. Lance looks really smooth when played well. I can only imagine how horrible it looks if like person doesn't know what they're doing with the weapon. That's gotta be awkward. Get the world record? I already have it with Lance. Unfortunately, Lance is just not a competitive weapon. Not a lot of people run it. Or I guess I should say it's not a desirable weapon for people to go out and try to run. I don't want those. try and get that.
You're both old and you're molding, and you talk about taint. You put an uncensored patch over an anime card game. Are you not a creepy old man?
Hello, meat man. No. Lance don't have many combo. First of all, what? If I'm gonna poop myself, I might as well get paid for it. Oh, yeah. Lance has like twice the amount of options as almost every other weapon in the game. It just so happens that its primary damage combo looks like you're doing the same thing over and over again.
Jeff Noodles gifted RS_Rosa
Oh, Jeff.
subscription.
Thanks.
Jeff Noodles gifted a
Enjoy,
tier
Rosa.
1 sub to RS_Rosa. They have given 3 gift subs in the channel.
Stop. Oh, boo. Do it. Do it, meat man. Do it. Do it. Yeah, check it out. I want you to be my pet, and I'm gonna be your daddy. If I form my own cult yet? I mean, I'm a Twitch streamer. Some of that stuff kind of comes your way whether you want it or not. But I'm not like luring young 19-year-old men to my temple and dribbling hot candle wax under their chests. All right. Here's the thing. I have a cult. It's super secret, though. You have to know the code word. All right? And I'll give you a hint. If you want to get into my cult, you have to type the first 3 letters of the word sugar into chat. That's how you get into the cult. Don't tell anyone I told you, though. You got to keep it a secret. I might just go back rather than running to the other tracks. What is my favorite weapon? I don't have one. My least favorite weapon is Heavy Bowgun. In Monster Hunter World. I like it in the other games. I just don't like it much in this game. It's my favorite looking weapon. Like, what weapon looks the best when played well? I mean, greatsword, man. Thought I like switch axe the most? No. Switch axe has moved down 2 places in my heart ever since Iceborne. Sorry, it's true. Go ahead and do the Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to make stuff for my cat. You're gonna play Resident Evil RF4 Special when it comes out? Oh, do you mean Rune Factory? Is that Rune Factory? No, I talked to the wrong guy again. My favorite Rune Factory is the first Rune Factory, and I always play it until, like, my little farm spirits go out of whack, and then I stop playing it. I don't know. It's been a long time. But Rune Factory 1 is definitely my favorite, or whatever that's worth to anyone. Did we get a charm? No. It's actually not that bad. 30 defense is, like, acceptable. And you're upgraded. Yeah. Thought Switch Axe was trashed here in Try? Dude, I don't even know where the weapon ranking for Switch Axe was in Try. Probably not good. The overhead chop was pretty powerful. I started off with kind of not liking Switch Axe, and then it just got worse and worse as people asked me more and more questions about the Switch Axe.
Look, I think I actually even said if I get one more question about a Switch Axe or a longsword, I was going to throw myself out the window. Now, if I choose on, I'd probably already be out there covered in glass, bleeding because of Halleck's one little snarky comment.
Those of you wondering, like, you know, have I always been toxic? Or is it something that just started when I happened to stream on Twitch? That was me like 10 years ago. Blade yourself. It's a little bit of a misleading split because I haven't finished all my track gathering. Wait. What is this? How many meme accounts are there in chat right now? Shed is daddy? Seriously? Yeah, not the Elementalist Matterns. Is the guy that PM me whenever Shep carts, is he in chat? Don't bully my Elementalist deco drop. Does it need to be a meme account? Maybe it's the same guy. Ryozo's probably busy playing Teppen or something like that. I would tell Ryozo I literally just did a hammer run not that long ago. The funny thing is we have like nearly as many people here watching like a Lance speedrun of the base game as we did last night of people like watching new content. Which I don't really know what that says. I think it says something. I can't quite figure out what it is, but... Ring Fit waiting. You're right. It is semi-new. It's not really new. Especially a weapon like Lance. PS4 Jang streams had... we did hit 1,000 views on PS4 Rajang, yeah. Says I have a dedicated fan base? Well, that's probably fair. That's good. Yeah, and actually, like, if you were a fan of speedruns, Lance is probably a great stream to tune into, because I don't really stream it that often. It's a good run, too. We're at -20 on Anjanath. We'll probably be at minus... we might be able to carry that into Rathian, actually. Huh. We'll see. 5 minutes? You do a 5-minute Pink Rathian? I've done faster with Hammer before with base game gear. Hammer is unethical. I agree with that. Hammer is unethical. Did we keep that as like a meme? My goal is to try and get drooling as quickly as possible. Oh, wow. That's a heavy knockback. Did you see that? I keep thinking I'm gonna get like, there we go. Oh, QA had a really good, really good Pink Rathian, but he had like perfect like trap RNG and everything else like that. The god just wanted him to win. Well, we definitely made each other better. I like to think we did. No, Japanese players are super fun to compete with. Even if you can't communicate, you can feel the passion. Go away. Go away. Go away. You've been dunged. Go away. Thank you. Hey chat, no emergency or anything. I kind of have like 0 life. I'm actually gonna heal during this moment. I don't really want to die. Legiana's coming back. Got a little nervous there at the end. Wow. We actually made up even more time. That's wild, man. Is it best to level up Volcano and Wildspire? You only need Wildspire leveled up if you're making a bunch of elemental weapons. Otherwise, you want Coral Highlands and Volcano. Just an hour faster. What does Volcano offer? You need Rajang parts to unlock another level of augments. I mean, the way I look at it is, in the game right now, assuming you're using Rarity 12 weapons, you want to be able to add Affinity Augment and Health Augment to your weapons. Which means you need, like, to do some farming in the Wildspire Waste, but you technically just need the crystals. You need Coral Highlands stuff. You need a lot of those Guiding Bones, like a lot of them. How's the run going? Well, normally when you see like minus 21 minutes in gold, like I could have stopped playing the game, watched an episode of anime, and picked it back up, and I still would be on track with my same splits from before. So, I want you to just think about that. Consider what that's like. I don't know how to read time splits. Well, gold is a good number. So it's just like reading a digital clock. Yeah, the first two numbers are the minutes, and the second two numbers are the seconds. Like a stopwatch. Just gonna go ahead and take the max potion now. Gonna try and keep the fact that I've got Polisher somewhere. Does he have the same balding? He's in a little bit more denial about it than I am. I'm like a little bit in denial. He's very much in denial. At least I'm taking like Rogaine whenever I think to take it. Same height? Yes. Are those your numbers I'm trying to beat? Kind of. The numbers for Hunting Horn. Those are the splits I'm using. How long does max potion last? Until you die. Or switch quest or whatever. Have you done runs with Gunlance? Yeah. I do all the weapons. Noxella is Patreon heavy bowgun with damage overlay. I still owe him a knack review. I did practice with him, but I still feel like I should at least show him, the Japanese curry cooking. Or at least get that on tape. Azure Bolt and full Astalis? Dude, it's so hard! The hardest thing I've ever done. Dude, I couldn't even beat Azure Bolt normally. I felt bad. How many claw staggers today? Oh, lucky. Yeah, Azure Bolt is Japanese name for Bolt Reaver, I guess. You know what we're talking about. I wanted to break that. Very cooperative, Nergigante. That was a risky move. Paid off. Did defender weapons make speedruns more fun? They made it more fun and less fun. So it's more fun in that I know when I do a defender run, every run I do will be viable to a more or less extent. Less fun in that, like, the drop RNG and having to, like, reroute your run depending on what happens is fun for me. I really like that, like having to have all that knowledge and like what sort of strats you're going to go for and plan everything out. Whereas with defender gear, it's like, all right, you got your gear. All right, now just play the game. A little bit of both. You know, I don't miss not having to not get medium monster bones, but at the same time, it's like, you don't get those medium monster bones, it feels really bad. So I don't really know what to say. This is a pretty long cutscene. I like your non-defender runs. I like them too. I might still do them. I mean, that's a whole separate leaderboard, right? So I've got, you know, 28 runs I could do. I mean, I have a different run every day of the month, basically. If for the most part, you're right, half breath. I mean, there are some situational exceptions, but for the most part, defender weapons will easily carry you into Iceborne. There's still different routing that goes into defender runs, you know? Like, if you try to get that early Anjanath, that can be really worth it. Yeah, it'll be really good for the races, Fume, because, you know, the people that are running won't have to worry quite as much about whether or not they get their medium monster bones or not. Like, in the previous run, like, somebody unfortunately sold their medium monster bones, so, like, they were going to be behind everyone else no matter what happened. Do these runs include Iceborne? Space World. If you donate $1,000 at this exact moment, I will play through to the end of Iceborne. It's the stretch number. 1,000 Zimbabwe dollars? No! 1,000 US dollars. Only if I get new bathroom breaks. Found the guy who's got the poop fetish. Devo, you think they might actually cancel the North American Championship because of the coronavirus? Is it spreading that much? Really?
Tabarossi just resubscribed for 6
Tabarossi.
months.
Thank you. It's not that bad, is it? Base game will include the Defender weapons, yeah. I mean, they probably canceled the Taiwan tournament because, like, they were concerned about things continuing to spread, but I don't think there's that much of a concern in the United States, is there? Like, we're not canceling public events. Why am I not driving? It's not that I'm not driving, it's that Toad offered. I think he's a little worried about my car. I've got kind of an old car. All right. Yeah, I don't really like PAX that much either, Keysby. You're not alone there. You live in the second worst state to get there? Would that be Hawaii or would that be Alaska? Presumably Alaska, but I don't know which one's more expensive. Hitching a ride with Toad? I mean, it doesn't make sense for us to both drive. Should only do qualifiers in Vegas? Vegas would be cool. I would go to Vegas. Flights are cheap. Plenty of cool things to do. Damn it. Got the split. Go to Evo? I like fighting games, but I don't think I like them enough to go to a whole tournament just for them. Not unless they had like Monster Hunter Race Championship or something like that. The only thing I know about Evo is apparently even if you get like second place, you don't even win enough money to pay for the hotel that you stayed in to participate, which is ridiculous. I'm a little worried about running into this wall, so I'm not going to. That's 50% already. This is a quick one. I did it, and it worked. Just gonna go and refresh the wound. Good timing on that. Nice. Mount Kushala. Some great advice. I'll have to take it next time. Mount me. That's some great advice. I'll have to do it next time. That was a pretty quick fight. It's less than 5 minutes. Yeah, I'd say it was pretty fast. Is we'll do Teostra? Yep. What was doing that poison damage? My cat. La. Polisher and Defender. Kind of awesome. Very happy with that. I should get a claw stagger pretty quickly on Teostra. Not gonna worry about wounding the head early on. Not going to really worry too much about flash bombs either. I don't even know if it's worth evading the roar. I guess it is to get a little bit closer to him. Give it a shot. It's my favorite cutscene in the game, I think. I just love how huge the Teostra looks in it. I mean, he's really not... It's like gotta be visual tricks, because like in the game, he's actually not like that big. But he looks that big. He just looks enormous. I mean, he looks like he's like the entire size of the arena. Probably the best returning elder they brought back. One of the best returning monsters.
Kick that 6-year-old's ass.
I mean, look at that. He just looks huge. It's getting a little greedy. Getting too greedy. Let's not get greedy anymore. Alright, man. Oh, I thought that was the thing. It's not the thing. It's like, when are you gonna show me your head? Damn it. I kind of needed that too. Come on. Nice. Watch out, he's gonna Nova. Thank you for the advice. How was Teal in the other games? Pretty good. In some games, his back legs were the weak spot. Isn't that weird? Yeah, no, that was the way to do it, Carrot. Ice Insect Glaive on the back leg sounds great. Get yourself a mount or two every once in a while. Great. I mean, the head is the weak spot, but back legs were fine. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'd love to fortify. I'm not doing it though. I mean, Klim, it's less... Being good with weapons is almost more about knowing the monster more so than knowing the weapon itself. If that helps you at all. Understand what we're doing and why we're doing it. Like, the weapons themselves are relatively simple. You just need to know about like how much time each thing takes. It's knowing the monster and how much time they give you and what your actual time frame is that matters. Are you doing Iceborne? No. Ever again. I'm not good enough for Iceborne? You're right, I'm not. It's actually illegal if I play Iceborne. Excited for my trip to Japan? I still have to book the flight, which I haven't done. I've been waiting for a deal to pop up, and I haven't really found one. But it's getting to that point where I should probably just book it. It's almost 4 months out, so I don't think it's going to get any cheaper. I just kind of need to find out if I'm going to go to E3 or not. I don't really want to go to E3. I really don't want to go to E3. I mean, I'll go, but I don't want to go. I might be like, can you just reimburse me for my Japan trip instead? No gamers! Guys, this is looking to be a really good run. Is there a Monster event at E3? Well, I don't know. Flying to Vegas for $93. God damn, that's a good price. E3 is probably pretty decent if you have to have a stockholders meeting and you want to talk to other game companies. What's with the no gamers thing? It's a story from when I was at E3 and the head of security was in front of E3 shouting no gamers. It's pretty amazing, actually. Because if you had a gamer badge, they wouldn't let you walk in the front doors, even if there was no line. You had to go through like a side entrance. It was really kind of humiliating, in a way. awkward. Oh, an attempt was made. Let's be safe. He's gonna like come waddling back like immediately. Right? God damn it. Yeah, I should have rushed up there and bouldered him rather than sharpening. Or I should have been a little bit faster about it. 430, sub 430 is looking like it's a possibility right now. A fairly strong possibility. This might actually beat somebody who's like, Lance will never beat Hammer. Well, it won't until it does. Could you imagine doing like Hammer into Lance? Woo! The tracks were really good this time, Paul. Really good. The best I've ever seen tracks, to be honest with you. I want to mention that Lance is my best weapon against Xeno. It's legitimately the best weapon I have against Xeno'jiiva. In like every conceivable way possible. I'm not doing fortify strats. I don't need fortify strats.
Show it to me, Daddy. Let me take a good look at your long, hard lance. Oh yeah, that insect glaive. Oh, I'd really suck the extract out of you.
Why do I have what? I might actually get the stun lock this time. Dude, whether he's enraged or unenraged, I'm going to be like annihilating his arms. The sound commands? I think they're fun. Take a gander at my balls.
Not.
Yes. Guys, I might have brain damage.
Not.
I ever wonder what it would be like to fart on the moon. I wonder if there's a planet where the atmosphere is like weak enough where if you farted, you would actually propel yourself through space. I mean, I'm assuming in outer space, if you were completely stationary and you farted, you would propel yourself forward forever. But I think the gravity on the moon is still too much for that. Farting in your spacesuit? Let's say you just had a helmet and a respirator, and then like you were able to fart through your underwear, or not in your underwear. You were just out there naked except for your helmet and a respirator. How would you be dead? Would the atmospheric pressure crush your body? Yeah, I love those dicks. I really... Space equals cold. I wish I could show dicks every single day. You would freeze? Not instantly. What if you were just close enough to the sun in 2 seconds? So you would have 1 second to fart, 1 second to enjoy propelling yourself forward, and after that you'd be dead? I mean, here you're all saying you'd be dead in 2 seconds. I'm just thinking, oh, I just got to fart in a second then. All right. How about this? International Space Station. 0G, right? I'd get naked and fart myself around the International Space Station. How about that? There has to have been people that have done farting experiments in space, right? Like, I'm not the first one to have thought of this. I would do it. Be like, hey, check out my... I'm gonna do a backflip. And you'd be standing there, you'd fart, and then your legs would go up, and you'd go over, and you'd be looking at them again. I wonder how much gas it takes. Oh, it takes a good amount of gas. Then you'd fart in your mouth? Dude, I would fart. I would 0G fart in your mouth, Noxella. I would fart so hard, I would blast away from you, and you would get blasted into the wall. That's how hard I would fart. I don't think you want to fart fight me. Just like blasting around
hair
in
going on your
space.
earlobe? Oh yeah. My hairy daddy. Oh, this is gonna be gross. Here we go, boys. Yeah, I'm gonna kick that 6-year-old's ass. That's convenient. Hold up.
Oh.